Buckle up, Buttercup. Live from Gloucester, Massachusetts. Podcasting around the world. You're listening to the Gloucester Cast Podcast, a production of Joey Shimataro and Good Morning Gloucester Media. Kick back, relax, and enjoy the show with your host, Joey Shimataro, and his crew of merry castaways. No piping plovers will be intentionally harmed in the production of this podcast.
Live.
Hey.
2021 Tuna Challenge.
I gotta thank Pat Dalpiaz.
Oh,
Big time.
yes.
Undercover operator for the day.
Undercover operator. Right now, this is a culmination. I am anxiety ridden all week long because I really want these challenges to be impartial and fair, and no one to have any kind of bias. So Pat was the perfect assistant to go on the road and pick up the subs. She was a little deceitful. She was a little deceitful with her name when she called it in. We played the video earlier, but we're going to get right down to the judging right now. So right now we have the prices on the individual subs. I'm gonna hold up a score sheet right now, so that people can see what we're doing here right now. Right now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna weigh each sub out and record that, and we're gonna do the divisions. So I'm gonna put this on.
So while Joey's doing that, we want to congratulate the final four here that were voted on
Sub A
by everybody.
Yeah.
So we're gonna. I just want to say, yeah. And I should say, actually, what I want to say, actually, what we need to say right off the bat.
You'd be remiss if you didn't.
I would be remiss. The People's Champ, the vote, because it's two different contests. The popular vote by nominations clearly was Yellow Sub. They were the People's Champ. Now we're gonna judge. I don't have no idea. We're not saying which one is which. We're gonna see if that bears out in the findings from our illustrious panel.
Yes.
We already got we got the prices, the price of each sub, and we recorded that, and now we're going to weigh them on the digital scale. Sub A, Pat,
Yes.
is, let me just make sure we don't have any kind of discrepancy here. 1 pound, 2 ounces.
Wow.
1 pound, 2
beautiful.
ounces.
Is that including plate?
TB12.
That's including plate. They're all going to have the plate, so it's
Right.
going to be, so we don't have to worry about that. So you can write that in if you guys want.
What's that?
Sub A, the weight, 1 pound, 2 ounces. You could just say 1.2 or whatever.
I do want the listeners to know that we all had to bring our own pens for today's scoring.
Sub B, 1 pound, 0.3, 1 pound, 0.3 ounces, not. So it's it's not 1.3 though.
It's 1.03.
1.03. So it's actually almost like
It's 1.
that's like 1. All right, so that's sub B. Sub C. Wow, 1.33.
Okay.
Sub C. Sub D. Hold on. 1.05, not 1.5, 1.05.
Okay.
Okay. So Pat, you can do that, the calculations now from that, or do I need
Well,
to do this?
okay.
I'll do the math on those.
Well, the math is in here, but do I put the weight in pure ounces, or
Smells like fish in
is
here.
it ready to go with?
And as Joe and
do I
Pat
put 1.2
are figuring
or do I
out
put 18?
the weighing
the
system, maybe the four judges could introduce themselves. Scotty.
Scotty Mack, local DJ, and part of GMG crew.
Connor James McCarthy, Gloucester resident, graduate of George Washington. Thank you.
I am Ricky, Lucy's husband, and I got some explaining to do.
I guess it doesn't matter.
And I am GMG Chris,
right. The math
known
would work
as
still.
the expert tuna fish sub eater in the entire world. I want to thank Joe for inviting the four of us to oversee this special event. I wore my tux for today's show, knowing how important this is. But today, the best Gloucester tuna sub
This would be a
will be
point
crowned
count.
today.
This would be a
Yeah,
Pretty,
between,
pretty exciting.
well,
This
he
is
mentioned
Costco
Yellow
Town.
Sub was the overall favorite,
Yeah.
and I don't remember who came in second, third, or fourth, but the others are, we have Destino's, we have
A
Jeff's
and
Variety,
B,
Vigilios.
and
or
Vigilio.
A and
Anna's?
C are-
Anna's, I think I saw on this.
No,
No.
that,
Very
Oh,
that
Captain
was,
Hooks.
that didn't
Captain
count.
Hooks.
Captain
Okay.
Hooks.
All
Yeah.
right, so
Captain Hook.
so now we're going to go to the next part of the judging. I need a sheet here. So the first part of this, the judges. Oh, I can't see it. They can't see this one. Do we have a blank one?
All right, Joe, I'm starving.
Okay, no,
I'm
we're not
starting
going
to
to.
drool.
So
I'm starting to drool.
on a score from 0 to 15, and I say 0 would have to be a maggot infested sub. So 15 is the best bread, and the bread quality is not just the bread, but how the bread is preserved in the sub as well. So it's the quality of the bread, how it looks, and how it held up in the transport.
Okay, so
Are
that
we
has,
allowed to touch the bread?
that has nothing to do with the taste or
You
anything of the bread.
what's that?
Has nothing to do with the taste
Not
of the
the
bread.
taste of the
Okay.
bread,
Just the visual.
the visual and how it held
And
up.
which one are we rating?
Sub
it?
A?
Okay, A.
We're gonna
A.
judge all of them. The judges are taking this very seriously, which makes me happy. Scotty, when you guys all have your scores, if I'd like you to just call them up to Pat and she'll write them in for on the master sheet.
Jimmy, don't copy me. He's copying my numbers.
Hey,
Don't
no,
look at
I'm
my.
not looking.
You're a school teacher
I
and you're
know.
cheating already.
I'm
Pat,
not cheating.
Wasn't
Pat,
there,
what is going on here?
wasn't there a copying incident
Yes.
in one of these other
I don't have a
Jeez,
wandering eye.
Jimmy.
Yes,
Oh, I
Pat.
should put the chat on there too. I put in the chat
I
on.
can't believe this cheating
We'll
like
do the
that.
She
chat
would know.
overlay. Sean Nolan says the winner is getting an order from me today.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Chris Ryan says, Lucy, you got some splaining to do.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks, Chris.
And then Amy said, happy birthday, Amy.
Happy birthday,
Happy
Amy.
birthday.
And hi, Dad, and Pop Pop, whatever that is. Poop, poop, pop, pop, whatever. All right, do you guys have those done?
CC,
Okay, Chris, what do you got? A,
10,
B,
13,
C,
11,
D.
12.
Jim. A,
12,
B,
13,
C,
14,
D.
13,
Scotty. A,
11,
B,
12,
C,
13,
and D.
12.
And Connor. A,
10,
B,
10,
C,
13,
and D.
8.
Okay. Okay. Entering them into the official spreadsheet right now.
I can hear the finger clicking on the keyboard. She is. The magic's happening in the GMG studios.
I'm actually glad I brought my own pen.
All right, Joe.
Will you stop?
Writes very well.
You're putting your finger in that one. I saw that.
I didn't
Scott.
touch anything.
Yes, I
Go
saw.
to the tape. Go to the tape.
Okay.
All right, the next part is equal distribution of tuna, a possible score of 10, 0 to 10. 0 would be there's no tuna at all visible at the quarter marks.
At the quarter mark? I mean, at the ends?
Yeah, yeah.
So 10 is equally distributed?
10 is the high, right? 10 is the best.
Stop. You're looking. Don't. I know that trick. You drop the pen, but you really want to see what I'm writing? I know that trick.
I would say.
I'm covering my answer.
That's pretty good for that. I can, if you give me the sheet with the cost, I can figure those out.
Well, it
The cost
figures it.
no, but I have to do the score part of it, so I have to do the math out.
Oh, here, you want me to put it on here according to this?
What's that?
You want this calculation?
Pens down.
These numbers?
Everybody's on? Okay.
Roll call.
Okay, let's see here. All right. Equal distribution. I'm going to start with Connor. A,
7,
B,
10,
C,
8,
and D.
8.
Scotty. A,
7,
B,
8,
C,
5,
and D.
5.
Jimmy. A,
10,
B,
9,
C,
9,
and D.
7.
Chris. A, 8, B, B,
9,
C,
7,
and D.
7.
7?
7.
Okay, got it.
All right. I'm gonna take these up to the camera so people can see what we're working with. This is sub A. I don't know. Let's see how good it is. You can see.
Oh, shit.
No. Sub A right there. Here's sub B. Right there.
Where's the cat?
I think
Sniffing the fish.
in the tuna fish. We have to pick which tuna fish has the cat in it.
Yeah. One of them has a
Joe's
lobster
cat.
claw in it, right? Is that?
Yeah, a hidden.
In
Yeah,
lobster
the golden lobster claw.
Yeah.
And these are all plain tuna subs. No pickles, no onions, no huts.
Listen to the phone call that Lucy made today.
Yeah, that's right.
If you listen to it and go back, you will find out.
Lucy in the sky.
Sub C. Okay.
Very strenuous work here. Very strenuous. Don't
Sub-
overexert yourself with the 4 plates now, Joe.
Sub D.
Yeah. Will these results be certified by Ernst & Young
Absolutely, they will.
Yeah.
Okay.
or Marsh McLennan?
There we go.
Connor seems to have stage fright, camera fright. He's like,
I think it's a good job of the presentation, though. I mean, you can really see the ends, like the tuna.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, Pat and Joe, great job cutting these subs.
Yep.
Did you wash your hands when you cut the subs?
Absolutely, we did. When we washed the knife in between each one too.
Oh, no cross contamination.
Wow.
It was an issue.
You know,
That was going to be.
that's
That was a
Wow.
concern.
What do you mean? Wait a second. Where's the audio?
I don't think you were doing much talking. Maybe people thought.
Hello.
Check.
Oh, there you go. Okay, can everybody hear now?
Good, they never heard one thing.
Can everybody let me know if they can hear?
Maybe.
It says that we're broadcasting pretty well.
Maybe when I screamed,
Okay.
I'm going to check the audio really quick, Joe.
No, I think I could hear it when I turned it on. So I think it might have been someone might have had their thing on mute. So I think we're just fine. All right, we're coming. This is literally the last
I know,
part.
we're starving.
This is the last part, and this is the taste part. And while you guys are tasting, I want you to take your time, taste and record. This is a possible 0 to 40. And I caution anyone, a 0, you'd have to be violently sick at, and
You'd have to
really,
poop. You'd
really,
have to get the poops.
really dislike it to go. All right, we have 43 viewers right now, and this is the final thing, and then we do the tallies. So Pat, me and you are going to work on
Now,
this.
Shall we just go with
Can we just-
A, or do we just
Yeah, let's
grab?
I just want to
that.
address Pauline's concern. We have discussed having a woman at the next
Yes.
challenge that
Yes.
has been under discussion.
Okay, this is what we need to do.
So Joe, can we jump in?
Parade.
Yeah.
Yeah. Each of you take one, but all do A first. Each of you do A first.
Here first.
I'm gonna lick the tuna first.
Listen to me. Just listen to me.
Okay, so this is A.
Please keep your comments to yourself. Thank you.
A.
This should be 4, right?
And
Very good.
Just taste the tuna first.
Okay.
Swish it around in your mouth. Remember, I'm a renowned
Yes.
tuna fish sub
6,
connoisseur.
One swallow at a time, right?
Just write this up.
Yeah.
Here. Write this up.
That's delicious.
Packed very well.
Divided by.
I'm trying very hard to do this and not have it drop all over. And I'm trying not to be on camera when someone's
Yeah.
saying he's got tuna stuck between his teeth.
So we need some entertainment while people seeing us feed our face.
So we have A. So let's all rank A here. 0 to 40. Or should we come back to it?
Yeah.
Well, how are you going
kinda
to
do it your own.
Yeah. I'm going to put one on the left,
Yeah.
and figure it out.
Yeah.
but-
Now, I actually have a question.
There's a question by one of the judges.
Okay, give me the question.
The taste is 0 to 40. Now we're rating each one of these 0 to 40 on the actual tuna and the bread. So each one gets a 0 to 40.
How
This
the
is
whole
total.
the whole sandwich.
Huh?
This is total.
No. You don't look here. Right
Yeah,
now,
it's right here.
you're right here.
Okay,
You're
all
on
together.
taste.
Okay.
Taste on each individual.
Want to make sure I'm
So,
rating it properly.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's the
Subtotal. I'm gonna
whole
put
the
that
whole
here as
the
a
whole
reminder.
experience of the.
Subtotal.
Chris,
Put
if
subtotal
you
right
if you
there.
guys want to eat them all, you can just put them here. Anything that you don't want to eat.
No, I'm gonna
Those
eat
are-
that.
Okay.
Yeah, do you want to get
All right.
those as well?
So it always starts with 35.
Mhm.
Do you
Put
you want any more of this?
No.
Put 35.
All right. We're on to B.
Divided by
On to B. Which one's B?
8,
That one.
5,
Scotty, can you hand B?
Sure.
I'll take an elbow this time.
Yep.
6,
Oh.
8.
Bread is nice and
Yeah, give you I want each of you to give your comments on B.
Okay.
Bread's nice and soft.
Mm.
Tuna
Yeah.
tuna looks actually really
8.51.
really mixed well.
It's
That cornmeal, like pizza.
The,
it's how do you say it? It's compact. You know, it's like really a nice.
I don't
Mix,
taste as
I
much mayonnaise
right.
in this one.
There could be some fish from Gloucester in this one.
From Wicked Tuna. This bread is a little more firm. What's interesting is I'm not getting like a
Well,
strong.
this is getting right down to the end of the bread here, like we talked about of how you rate that. It's very nice.
What's interesting is
Second one.
I'm not getting that strong tuna
No.
flavor.
Gaminess of it, yeah.
Yeah, the gamey. Yeah.
I just like the how it's. You know, it's kind of filled up. It's not like
Yeah.
loose.
I think
You take a chunk and it's there for you.
I think if you like a
Actually, go back in
mild,
for another bite.
Yeah.
I think if you like a mild tuna sandwich, this would be a good choice.
Yeah.
The ratio.
consistency with the mayonnaise. and-
Yeah,
Just be
yeah.
like
It's
a
not
good,
as mayonnaisey as A.
This ratio is on point.
would just be a good boating sub.
This would be a good boating sub. Yeah,
Yeah.
very compact. Not. I mean, A is a little sloppy, but sloppy is okay.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
All depends where you're eating it.
26.
If you're eating in the car,
Right.
you don't necessarily
Sometimes
want
you're
it
on the
sloppy.
fly.
Yeah.
But I'd say that's a nice, well distributed, good bread.
Yeah.
It's mixed really well, so there's not so much of the get stuck in your teeth type of tuna,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Um,
Yeah.
and great for the boat, I would say.
Yeah. Let's
Yeah.
see. Everything good? Okay.
I think one's for a picnic, one's for a boat. If I'm gonna base off a cost out of my assumption right now, I think
Nice.
some reasoning.
Boat
You guys
versus
You know,
picnic.
I would say the B, if you go into a party and, you know, you
And you
want to
don't
walk
like the
around,
people?
talk to somebody. No. You walk around talking to people. B, I can see that you can.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not as sloppy. It's not as mayonnaise-y.
So you guys are on B right now?
Yep.
And now we're working
No,
on
it's
C.
C.
All right, hold on. I'm gonna hold up C again.
Haven't touched C.
Okay, I'm gonna just hold it up for the people.
Nice.
For the people.
For the people.
For the people!
For the people.
What I'm doing, guys, is putting a range
Alright.
and then coming back to it.
Yep.
And on that Tuesday, let there be tuna.
If you guys, okay, go right ahead.
Joe, do you have an extra toothbrush for all of us after this?
Oh, you had to bring your own pen, so
Pat, you're gonna be
Yes,
able to
probably
share
in
your
the
screen afterwards.
Mm.
Sesame
This-
seeds.
So we're gonna have. You're gonna be.
This has a different.
Sesame. Gloucester sesame right here.
The tuna has a different taste to it. I'm tasting more of the mix than I am of the.
Is there honey in there? There's something.
Yeah.
I think it's in
Yeah.
the mayo.
Hmm.
I think it's in the mayo that they use too.
Something's up with
Yeah.
with this one.
It's almost like
Something's going on.
We're minutes
Like a
away
miracle.
from revealing the winners.
almost like a Miracle Whip. But
But I do like the
I don't know.
sesame seed choice on the
Yeah.
on the,
I mean-
the roll. The bread.
Is it over there too?
Mm-hmm.
Let me see where we're at.
Definitely.
wow, folks, this is gonna
Oh,
be
wow.
tough.
A different
Tasting some
yeah.
pretzel
I mean,
in here too.
Yeah.
I'm just
I don't know whether
gonna.
you should or not.
I'm gonna. No, you should.
Oh, okay.
I'm just gonna say for the viewers right now, separating first, second, and third is 4.9 points
Wow.
With 3 categories in.
with just this round to go.
Mm-hmm. Of course, this is the big round.
There's 3 contestants.
Wow, this is good.
3 contestants within 4.9 points of each other.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
This is the taste. This is a battle royal right here.
Mm-hmm.
This is an absolute battle royal. You guys got to take this taste thing very seriously. This is gonna make or break the winner because I'm not gonna say anymore. I don't want. I do not want. I do
Finish
not.
this one. That's this one.
I don't want. I don't want.
And you got it all over your shirt.
I don't want to influence
22
anything.
on that one.
Yeah, that's another one where
It's not a contest.
not,
Do not get dirty.
not
We're-
a strong tuna fish.
So
Okay.
we're on the final one.
Yes, we are.
All right, sub D right here. This is the final one, and 3 of the 4 are within 5 points of each other. Sub D, final sub. When we tally the votes, we're going to have the esteemed panel's verdict, and we will share the screen with you. Oh my! This is super exciting.
Thanks.
This is super exciting.
Just want to double check.
Okay.
everything.
Go for the tuna.
I'm gonna try something
This is a
different on
different
this
texture.
bite. I'm gonna try from
Yeah.
the bottom rather than the top on this bite.
A little
This is,
ham
uh,
salady on this one.
Yeah,
A
it's
little ham salady.
it's
Different texture. It's
I wish I
It's
could
more
comment.
chunky.
I can't comment. I wish I could comment. I wish I was as good.
Just save it. Save
I'm not
save
gonna
your-
say anything. I'm not saying
This
anything.
one's got a little bit more of the tuna
This
taste,
is
like you
amazing.
said, the ham salad. It actually tasting the meat a little bit more, less of the mayo.
yeah.
Does anybody have any
Yeah, very
from the
neat.
studio, from the
Fishy.
audience? Does anybody have any comments or anything that they'd like to ask on the way we
I would
Put this
say
together?
this D one.
This
It's-
is tough.
It's a little bit drier than
Yeah, it's
compared
not
to
as
the
much
others.
mayonnaise.
Amy, we'll see
Not-
what we can do
Not enough
for
mayo,
Yeah.
and
There'll be a lot going on that
Well, it
week.
depends
I mean
on-
compared to the others,
yeah, it depends on your preference.
and it's like a finer,
No, I
a
think
finer,
it's
like
not.
you said, like a ham
Yeah.
salad.
Oh my
Wow,
god!
this is freaking tough.
Yeah,
I mean,
these are all.
I know
This is
why.
hanging in the balance
They're all-
right now.
Well,
They're
and
all
it's
so
the biggest
close.
category. It's the biggest category.
I know
so-
why.
Well, that's the most important category.
Yeah, right.
That's why it's so heavily weighted. There's 40 points hanging in the balance right here.
I mean, each one has their own distinct, like,
Yeah,
you know,
signature.
There wasn't a bad one at all. And if you have to judge, and that's the tough part about it, on the rating system, I mean, from the mayo to the puree of the tuna to the consistency,
Exactly.
the bread, the sesame seeds on the bread. I mean, everything
Quantity
about
of mayo.
it. These are good categories to have to judge too, because it actually all makes sense.
I can see why.
Do you like how I broke down the
I
you
do,
think the numbers
I do.
made sense? Okay.
I can
I've never
see
really
why
put it
all
that way before.
these four were
Yeah,
choices.
and that should be said that to make it this far,
by far.
these are in the city of Gloucester. There's a lot of votes. These are the largest vote getters. So they're obviously doing something right. Now we're picking nits at this point.
Yeah.
So Chris Thompson says, whoever the judges pick, I'm going to try it for dinner. All right, here we go.
Chris.
Tell him GMG sent you.
GMG sent you. That's right. All right, 47 people watching, and then we got to do the final tally. Chris.
I'm trying to.
Oh, you haven't written it down yet?
Is anybody ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, Connor, go.
A, 27,
B,
30,
C,
35,
and D.
27.
All right, very good. Who else is ready?
I'll go.
Okay, Jim.
A,
A,
36,
B,
38,
C,
37,
and D.
35.
Okay.
I'll go.
Okay, Scotty. A,
30,
B,
30,
C,
35,
and D.
25.
Okay. Chris. A,
35,
B,
37,
C,
35,
and D.
33.
Okay, here we go. Inputting the numbers.
Here we go.
Okay.
All right, Pat. Share your screen right now before you enter the vote. Can you do that?
I'm not on here yet, so I gotta do that
Sure.
first, I think, right?
I mean,
Or
I
can
like them all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
The pickle and the napkins, I'd love to.
See, that's the hardest part about it. It's like liking them all.
This is all. It's tough.
again,
But
I think
half in the
Scotty gave a good rundown. It all depends on
Turn the
what you like for texture,
mute.
how much mayo you like, and the taste of the mayo, because one has a really strong mayo
Sure is this
taste.
one.
The other one had almost like a Miracle Whip, but not Miracle Whip.
Right.
This one has a really, weird, or not weird, but the
I gotta
texture.
pull it in now.
Texture a little bit more fishy.
We're pulling
on
in.
the
We're
taste.
pulling in.
up
We're
there.
pulling in the score sheet right now. We're gonna pull in the score sheet.
The last one we had, again, it was
Why does it
more
look so
chunky
small?
and
I
dense.
don't know, it's got the whole, it says whole
Yeah.
screen, so.
All right. Why is that so? Oh, you didn't log in under me. You
Yeah,
logged
it
in
is.
under me. Okay, let me see if I can make
Why don't I
this.
score this one?
And might I point out that the four judges here today are all of different age groups and all have different taste buds within different ages.
Didn't have the same score.
I can't do
It's almost
the
have the same one.
That's all right. All right. I'm gonna drop the chat and we'll see if this goes live.
But your taste buds change over time, and whether you're a tuna sub fan or not.
Okay, that's good.
Look at this.
Okay, here we go.
Joe,
Wait, I want to minimize myself.
Joe, look
Oh.
at Jimmy over here. He's got them all set up from A through D.
Wait, I just want to make. Okay, we got
I've been
it. Oh,
eating
this
it.
is perfect. Okay, Pat,
Ready to go?
can you maximize that screen? Hold on. I want
Which one do you guys think won?
No, just keep it. I
This
guess you
one?
can keep it like that.
See?
I don't know if you could. Is there a percentage of the size of the thing?
I mean, if you do the taste.
Just
Yeah.
just keep it.
The
just
sesames and the
go down
cornmeal
to-
is
Go down to the
I mean,
part where
to have
where,
an addition there. I mean, but that's the
so
bread, so you have to
have
really
you
base it on
entered
the
everybody?
tuna
How's
as
that?
well.
Right.
The bread
Have you
could be
entered
anything you're having.
No, I
and
haven't, I was waiting for you.
See, I've seen a few,
All right, start
a
entering.
couple of my scores out of the three.
All right, here she
That
goes.
I've had like a high number on one, but I've had lower numbers on those on the same sub. Where I was like very excited about the sub, and then as we got down the voting process, the numbers changed a little bit, and vice versa for some other subs. There's certain things I liked about that sub and less, and so that was tough. It was very tough.
Wow.
So this is revealing who which one is which.
Oh wow, this is. Oh,
You know that, right?
Joe.
We have no idea what's going on.
I know.
But Joey,
Let's see what
Joey's
happens
making
right
the sounds we were, and he's not eating.
there. All right, this is live. Here we go. We calling it out, Joey?
Poor Joe.
128. 128. No, it's live. We got 128. Yellow sub. 128.
Hold on.
Hang on.
What? She hasn't entered the whole thing.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
This is live.
No,
Oh.
yeah.
Oh, wow. I think I see who's going to be the winner.
Look at the, see? He's making these sounds like he's been eating them.
And the final enter, here we go.
Final
for
enter.
The totals.
Here we go. The
Total.
Jerry Lewis telethon.
Here it is.
Oh, you called that one, Joe. Joe called this.
I was going to ask you about the drum roll.
So here we go. For your totals, yellow sub,
Is A,
A, 238.
Okay.
Destinos,
B,
B, 247 was the B, 247.
Wow.
C, Jeff's Variety,
Number one.
256.9. And Captain Hook's 218. I'm going to go over the score, where the big discrepancies were. Taste was, Jeff's Variety was the winner in the taste category.
Wow.
They had a total of 142. The next closest was 135. Coming down. Scroll down, Pat. We're going to go through each different category. Pat?
up, you mean? Yeah.
No. Okay. We'll go from the top. In the first category, there was a swing of 43 for a low and 51 for a high. That's probably, well, that's there you go. Well, that's part of the story for. So Yellow Sub 43, Destino's 48, Jeff Variety 51, and Captain Hooks 45. That's on the bread quality score. The next one, equal distribution of tuna. We had a high of 36.
Cardinal Sesame.
Destino's
48.51.
Destino's took the cake on the equal distribution with a high score of 36.
He's got.
Second place was Yellow Sub with 32. Third place, Jeff Variety with 29. Captain Hooks with 27. Go scrolling down. Which one is this one? Oh, wait. The heaviest sub was, let's see.
Jeff?
Jeff's.
Yeah, 133.
Yep, 133 was Jeff Variety.
Wow.
But they also had the highest cost, so they didn't get the most
Interesting.
points on
not
that one.
not the highest cost, but
But they
per ounce.
per ounce
Yeah.
per ounce, the Yellow Sub narrowly beat them on the value proposition. It's picking nits again, 35 to 34.9. It's 0.1.
Yeah, they were all very close.
They were all very close. Destina's was 28 and Captain Hook's 26.
So who won the value?
Yellow Sub won the value, and they did it. They did it based on price and weight. They were 1.2, 1.2, and then the cost was $8.19. Jeff's was a little bit more expensive, but it was also a heavier sub. They were neck and neck on that one. And then in the deciding category, taste 0 to 40, and again Jeff's Variety 142, and between then the Destino. So who came in second place? Who's the honorable mention, Pat? Overall, if you scroll down.
Let's see here. 135 is Destino's.
No, Pat. I'm talking
sorry.
about the total.
Oh, I'm sorry.
All the way at the bottom. All right.
247 is Destino's.
247 Destino. So it goes Just Variety, Destino's, Yellow Sub, and Captain Hooks. Again, I think we all want to recognize any one of these subs would be fantastic to take home for dinner.
You can't go wrong. You know what? Try all four yourself.
Yeah.
You do the challenge.
These are. I'm starving right now. I didn't get to eat. I'm dying right now. But I will like to.
Oh, we saved you some, Joe.
Yeah.
I would like to announce that the next one is going to be. We have to decide. It's either going to be clam chowder or fish stew. Like so I don't know. We'll talk.
Doing enough places.
We'll talk about that. Maybe we'll leave that up to the viewership. But this was a highly successful thing.
Yeah, nice job, Joe. This was.
Maybe we could let the viewers decide which one we try.
Yeah.
And it's interesting that 3 different of the subs won each of 3 different categories.
Right.
So those were good choices then. So Destino's got the distribution, Jeff's got the bread and the taste, and the value was yellow sub.
Yeah.
So that was good.
Well, and I must admit that when I saw C with the sesame seeds, automatically I'm thinking Vigilios. Because I'm like, nobody else has sesame seeds on their bread that I know of.
Yeah.
Well, I know they do, but I mean, that didn't skew my voting in any way, but I'm like, that's got to be Vigilio's bread. And I've had the tuna at Jeff's Variety, and I don't remember getting the bread with sesame seeds.
Oh,
That brings up a great point, Chris. Now, what type of roll do they use at Jeff's Variety? You know, is it a Virgilio's roll at Jeff's Variety? No, it could be.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah. For those people that who said that
be funny.
whatever we chose or the winner, they're gonna definitely order. And I hear Jeff's Variety was number 1. He closes around 3 or 4, so you better get your subs before he closes. If you think you're doing it after work, Jeff's not open.
Yeah.
But these others are just as good, folks.
And if you're at Jeff's Variety and you like ham salad, the ham salad's outstanding too. If you're a ham salad person.
This is something, Joey. This is
on that one, but yeah,
this is very good. I
I'm
never
the guy that
thought.
spreads it around to different. Like I have a sub that I like at Leonardo's, so
Yeah.
I go to Leonardo's for that sub specifically.
Yeah.
And when I go, and I think most people are like that. You know, when they choose a sub shop, it's not everything is all based on one basket of subs here. You know,
Exactly.
you kind of spread it around, and again supporting all the local small businesses.
Yeah.
So, Joe, how'd we do?
I couldn't be happier with the job that the judges and Pat did.
did they all
Because
come with pickles? Sorry,
Lucy.
was there any pickles? I didn't see any pickles.
Just with Jeff's.
not perfect.
Jeff's had a pickle, and we didn't add that into the weight
Oh.
Jeff's either. So, but I just I really am happy because I've had these challenges in the past where the judges don't understand like proper spacing on the judging, and they can one bad judge.
Right there, guys. Put it right there. Put it right there.
thing.
There we go.
I think it was the 8 prep calls that he
Yeah.
that he
Why don't you
asked
guys
us to
explain?
do.
Why don't you explain how anal I was about it?
10 o'clock last
No,
night.
I would-
Well, it started 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
No, but could you understand why?
Yeah.
52 years ago. On that day.
I didn't eat all day. I fasted.
10
Well,
o'clock.
we did tease the tuna sub challenge about a month and a half ago.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
did.
You know.
Well, we finally had a time.
And-
10 o'clock last night, where all of us are getting a FaceTime call from Joe. All right, guys, I got to go over the rules for the 8th time. Here's how it works. Any questions?
Right.
Right.
Here's what your role is.
So how many times did I yell that it has to be when you order it? And that's why we ended up taking out any of the guesswork, and I had Pat come in,
Yeah.
and she ordered right in front of me
Yeah.
a large tuna sub.
Yeah.
Any pickles? No. Any
Right.
hutch? No. Any cheese? No. Any onions? No.
Right.
Just a tuna large sub,
Right.
because they had to be the same. If they weren't, it was going to skew everything.
Right.
It would have been all this for nothing.
And
So I have a question. Would you have Pat call again for the next setup and pick a different alias, or would it be
We can't
a
reveal
different
that
voice?
information.
A different voice.
We can't reveal that information.
Yeah, that is 100%.
And I got to tell you guys, and for the people that are watching here, when Joey was so adamant about it, when Pat did get here with all the subs, he put us all in a room and shut the door because he did not want us to see the bags because we would recognize the bag. Oh,
Yeah.
you went, and this everything was.
For those of you wondering, the conditions down here, it's very cold. We had to bring our own
did Chris
pan.
turn the heat off? Because that's his move.
What?
That
I
is-
usually
yeah.
turn. Oh, no, yeah, actually, I usually turn it
The
off.
tuna.
But the other thing is with Pat, the other instruction, Joe gave her was when you take the sub out of the sub shop,
Cradle.
you got to cradle it.
Yes.
Don't stack anything on it. It can't be smushed. You got to keep the heat in your car at 68.
Yeah.
Do not change your heat.
Unless-
Put the seatbelt around the sub so it
Take
doesn't
this, take this road. Don't take this
I
one
gotta tell
because
you,
it's
I-
wearing.
Flip flops as well.
So I have to tell you guys something. When we unwrapped the subs, there was one sub. If you saw it unwrapped, when we unwrapped it,
Yeah.
it would have been
That was
because
interesting.
it was one of Charlene's huge pet peeves.
Yeah.
Yes.
That the
Was stuck.
whole top was
Yeah.
stuck.
I
She
think
doesn't.
that
Charlene
you
doesn't like
mentioned that
rabbit
too, yeah.
cheese from
Yeah, and
McDonald's.
you mentioned
I
it
think it
as
was.
well. We didn't factor that in because I
We
didn't
did
want to
forget
steal.
the
It wasn't,
preference to
and it
finish
wasn't
it up.
it wasn't the winner. So
Right.
we won't say which one it was.
So the viewers are Good Morning Gloucester, and maybe somebody that's chiming in for the first time. Let's go to Jim. Jim, on this, because you're from out of state.
Yeah, I am.
What would you tell out of staters or people not from Gloucester have not tried these subs before? What would be the overall synopsis? What would you tell them? What's the message?
First of all, there were so many good places around here for the tuna sub, but to hear what the Gloucester
Yeah.
people are saying,
Thank you for that.
do the top four. I think it's great that we can say, look, here are the ones to go to. Always give them choices, and that's very important for people.
Tell the
to go
viewers,
through.
Jim. The viewers.
Tell everyone. The
Good luck
viewers.
transporting chowder.
Gloucester is known as the tuna fish sub capital of the world.
I wonder if that's a good question. Do all places have to-go containers for chowder?
Yeah.
Or
That
tuna.
would
Now
be-
they do. They
that would
might
be a
not.
nightmare.
Is
might
there a
have it
wicked
before.
tuna sub?
What about to go tuna?
We
Could we just get a jar?
That's what I've gotten yellow sub and just variety in a container.
A lot of
Prior to this would be interesting. Another question. So of the 4 finalists, I've only had 2 of the 4 finalists. I've had just variety and yellow sub, but didn't have Captain Hooks and Destinos. So how about you, Scotty? Do you think you've tried all 4 at one point?
I've had 3 of the 4 actually. I have not had Captain Hooks.
Yeah.
Generally, again, when I go to Captain Hooks, it's for the pizza.
Yeah.
Captain Hook's tremendous pizza.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So for that reason, I haven't tried the sub there because of the time of day. If I'm at lunch, if I go and grab a slice,
Yeah.
I just haven't had the tuna there. But I'm definitely going to go back and try a tuna sub there. Yeah.
Have you tried?
I agree with the pizza comment. I think Captain Hooks definitely deserves a shout out for other things they do really well. And
Lobster rolls, so
Lobster roll.
tremendous lobster rolls.
I've been to Jeff's Variety, and I think I really enjoyed the lobster roll. So maybe something with the bread has something to do with this influence. I think to go Tanners is key because everyone might prefer their own healthy wrap or something if they're not Virgilio bread fans or they can't afford the calories. So yeah.
Yeah. Well, in the summertime, Annie's Variety.
Just
What-
about. Yeah, they
so-
were close on
So
that.
this is what drove me nuts during during the voting period. There was only a couple of. All they had to do was reach out to a friend or two,
Right.
and they would have jumped into
Yeah.
the fray. But so it pays to be a viewer of Good Morning Gloucester and have friends and share the post that said vote for us, and you would have been in.
Joe, you might be able to speak on this. I heard there might be a friendly type of inter circle in the finalist war going on with tuna subs between Jeff's Variety and Annie's. I heard that someplace. Have you heard this before?
I have not.
I've heard between Jeff's and Annie's. There's something going on with their sandwiches.
Really?
Currently,
It's like almost their own little
Well,
contest camp.
the people the comments that I saw for Jeff's were very kind of detailed and like they were. You could feel the confidence in those things. Like if you know about Jeff's, it's a great tuna sub. And I had, and you guys all know, I had no influence over you guys either, right? I did not lead you down any path at all. But I'm gonna say before.
No, you locked us in a room. Wait a
Before
minute.
we even picked up the subs, what did I say, Pat? Who I thought was going to be the winner?
you called it. You did. You called it.
I called Just Variety.
He did. He said a dark horse is going to win, and I think it's going to be Jeffs.
Right, and I said because I think that there are ingrained allegiances to some of the old school places in town, which are
Legit, yeah.
founded on good basis. But Jeff's has been doing some really special things over there. So
the final score, what was the difference between each? Basically.
The final.
First and second.
between,
I don't have it in front of me.
first and second, how many points separated first and second?
20.
20 points. So that was significant.
Yeah, so it's pretty tight.
Wow.
Tight.
20. I think 20 points is tight when you've got.
Oh, well, okay.
Four
How much was in between the next one, the second and third?
We're talking
And
the
the
final
totals.
scores, right?
The
Yeah.
totals.
Yeah. Between first and second were 9,
Wait,
8.1 points.
What are you talking about? 20 points. 256.9 to 247 is not 20 points.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're right.
It's basically 10 points. 10 points separated first and second. I was like, I couldn't believe it would be that big. Because going into
That's
it,
what I was looking
because
at.
There's
Sorry.
been a lot of stuff going on over there. A lot of numbers being tossed around. Pat,
And then,
I'm on
you
your
know,
team.
we
I'm on
made-
your team, Pat.
Thank you, Scotty.
and then 9 points separated second.
We
I'm
may
sorry,
we
yeah,
may
you're right.
need Ernst and
You're
Young.
Yeah,
we may need Ernst
we
and
might
Young.
need it. Yeah.
So
No.
we got two school teachers. One is cheating off of my sheet, and then we have the other. No,
I think she's angry. That's what I
I'll
think.
stop
it
it.
is.
Me and Pat stop it.
I-
We didn't even do
yeah.
anything.
I mean, she's driven 40 miles to pick up these subs.
Nicole says, "Nice work, Tuna Peeps." Thanks, Nicole.
Amy, she can't do math. All she had to do was read off the sheet. The spreadsheet did all the math
Amy,
for her.
Amy's
Yeah.
her daughter.
Yeah.
Come on, Mom.
Yeah.
Oh, and Amy, your father was cheating off of mine.
Happy
No.
birthday, Amy, right?
Yeah.
So I have
Happy
to.
birthday, Amy.
Amy.
Happy birthday.
Oh,
to-
Jesus, no,
so,
no.
so wait a second. At 2:30, we're going live again
Alive again?
with a crazy,
Please tell us, Joe, why?
It's Joe. Get
Come
in
out
there.
here, Joe.
as crazy as you think this may have been. We're coming. We can't spill it yet.
No.
No.
But we're
Oh.
coming out with an enormous live announcement at 2:30
That's a teaser. They call it a teaser in the
in the business.
Jimmy was found not guilty.
Yeah.
Yes,
Jimmy's
Jimmy.
leaving.
Jimmy's not guilty.
For all the GoFundMe people.
Warren Warren, Karen Hansen were down there. They were ready to
The
post
plea
bail
deal.
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
you. You know.
All right, Jimmy, come up and do your thing, buddy.
Oh, let me get that. Tuna.
Don't
I
spit
know.
it up.
Do you
Please
have any?
don't
Do you have
spit
any
on the
gum,
lens.
Joe?
I know that's one thing we did forget.
A little lower. Perfect.
I forgot where. My cue. Ladies and gentlemen, no piping plovers. However, Tuna was injured in the making of today's podcast. Thank you.